And then Kanya, I'll let you talk first. And if I think of anything to add in, I'll just make a note and come back at the end.
Okay, let me message. Hold on one second. So sorry. Okay, so our hearts behind sharing tonight is making sure that everybody is set up for November and understands the possibilities that are at your disposal simply by doing a few things. So I'm going to go over everything that is in front of us for November because it is a lot, but it is really, really, really amazing and generous things that Plexus is doing right before the holidays. If you are newer to Plexus, they always, always, always try and pay out before the holidays. If there's like during COVID, they paid early for several months to make sure people were getting paid. So they do things like this when there's natural disasters like hurricanes and stuff. They pay their people early because they have people all over the place. And so they just take into consideration these things. So first of all, they have carried over the extra referral bonuses for adding 4 and adding 8. So if you add 4, you're going to get an extra $200. That is on top of what you would have already gotten from adding 4 people. If you add 8 people, you're getting an extra $600 on top of what you would already earn from adding 8 people. And so if you are new and you are signing people for the first time, you are going to get that fast start bonus. So if you add 8 people, I'm going to pull up the graphic here, just so you know what is at your fingertips simply by doing the things every single day. We cannot work this business sometimes. We need to work it like a business consistently. Okay, so for adding 8 people, you would earn $1,094 as a new person. And that would be mostly paid out before Thanksgiving. They are paying the $600 and the $200 before Thanksgiving. So you have that money for Christmas shopping. Typically, the way we get paid is we get paid on the 15th of the month, a certain portion of things, and then our referral bonuses for people signing up, we get paid every Friday for. We can dive into that another time, but I just want you to understand you get paid every Friday for certain things, but then you get your bigger paycheck on the 15th. And typically this money would be paid out on the 15th, but they are paying it out as you earn it. And so you could have $600 extra by Thanksgiving. And it is absolutely doable for every single one of us on this call. Your new people have the option of getting a free reset. I cannot tell you what this reset does for kickstarting people into a healthier them. So it is best for your people to sign up in November because they're going to get an $89 value for free by simply ordering products that they already would order as they were wanting it. So 100 PV gets them that $89 free reset. It is important to know you are going to sign your people up. We don't want to send our link to people because it can get confusing and it can get messy, and especially with the reset. If you are newer, you get the information and Casey or myself will sign them up for you and walk alongside you to help you help them. You are not doing this by yourself. We do not want anybody overwhelmed. This should be simple, but it is work. So when you're adding the reset, there are combos that have the reset and triplex together. That cannot work for this month. You'll put the triplex in their cart as an individual triplex, and you'll put the reset as an individual reset. And then there's a code reset to be able to get that reset for free. That feels like a lot of times it's saying reset, but let's not, oh, I won't say that. No. Okay. I forget we're being recorded. So if you need help with that, if they just want to get an a la carte 100 PV and they want to get a multivitamin, the E's, which is a natural anti-inflammatory, they want to get their kids vitamin and they want to add up to 100 PV, you put all of those products in the cart, then you put the reset, and then you put the code in, and they're going to save that $89 for free. If they are adamant that they do not want the reset, we still have the give 10 code that is going to save them $10 off their current purchase and give them a $10 credit for the following month. So they're going to get a $20 off between the 2 months of products. Plexus is giving back to us as well. Every Friday, November 8th, 15th, and the 22nd, corporate has a spinning wheel that's typically just for corporate employees because they don't make commissions on anything we do. So they take care of their corporate employees by spinning this wheel, and they have allowed us to be able to spin the wheel as well. So every Friday they will spin the wheel and draw 10 names to win prizes. Those prizes are $1 to $250 cash is on the table, a $500 Nordstrom, a $500 Best Buy, an espresso machine, and a brand new iPad, Sonos earphones or headphones, sorry, and a Dyson cordless vacuum. All of those things are on the prize wheel, and they are drawing 10 names every Friday, the 8th, 15th, and 22nd for anyone that adds a new VIP, which anybody who signs someone this week will be in the drawing for Friday. So the sooner you add people, the less the pool of people to draw from. Because typically people wait till the end of the month to draw everybody. So that 22nd, there's going to be a lot of names in the drawing, but your name does carry over. So that's why we wanted to have this call tonight. So you understand that we want to work hard and front load that's called front loading your month and doing a bulk of the work in the beginning stages of the week. Your work cannot be messaging 5 people a week. That may feel like a lot. And you will grow your business slowly. So we kind of have it in a pace form. If you want to go slow, then 5 people a week is a slower pace. And that is totally fine if that's what you can do. Pick your pace and run with it and set numbers to it. Our friend Nancy shared on a call that one of the things that she did when she's trying to grow her business or during contest season was she would not allow herself to go to bed until she messaged 5 people. And that was just a goal she set for herself. No one told her to do this, but before she hit the hay, she messaged 5 people every single day. Is that the number you should do? I don't know. You're the one that needs to decide that for you. But what I would recommend is to tell Casey or myself, hey, here's what I want to do every day. And I want to be held accountable for it so that we can simply say, hey, Heather, did you message your 2 people that you're messaging every day? Because that's what you told me you wanted to do. And I will help you. Be like, oh crap, no, I forgot. Or I will say, hey, I've messaged 2 people today. What does yours look like? Hey, Casey, have you messaged your 5 people? I will tell you my personal number. And this is going to sound like a lot, but this is my kind of full-time gig. I also work a part-time job and have 7,000 children and a life. And so like I say full time, but I maybe worked, and I'll be honest with you, maybe 6 hours in the whole month of October. And I still will bring in a several $100s of a paycheck because of the work that I've done in the past. So when your months are super stressful, the times that you have worked it's called residual income, where you don't have to work a ton to still get a decent paycheck. And so I could live in regret of, oh, I should have done more in October, but I just know that I need to kick it up in November if I still want to make the contest and get on the boat. That is still very, very doable. And if I still want to, I personally would love $600. Like I said, we have 7,000 children and Christmas is around the corner. It's going to come whether we're ready or not. So you need to set your goals. What happens if you don't reach those goals? You still have done something to move your business. A lot of times we think, oh, I failed because I didn't message 5 people a day. No, you didn't. You fail if you quit. That's the only way to fail at this business if you quit. None of us are quitting. We're going to keep pushing forward, but you have to draw the line in the sand and say, this is what I want for my family. And I want to grow my business so that I don't have to miss out on things. I don't have to work 8 to 5. I don't have to work extra hours or donate plasma or whatever it is that you're having to do to make ends meet. This can be that and so much more. So fast start income, like I said, if you are adding 8 people, senior silver is the second rank of the business. Silver is 3 people. Senior silver is 10 people. If you're already adding 8, we absolutely are pushing it for in 30 days to add 2 more, because that income for that is over $1,400 by Christmas. So by December 15th at the latest, you will have earned almost $1,500 by helping 10 people. That may feel like a lot, but there have been several months that I have signed six. I signed six in September, and I have been here for a very long time. Newer people, you have the benefit that people that you know actually don't know about Plexus. People that follow me know that I'm probably going to post about Plexus. They know what I'm doing. So it's a smidgy harder to be like, oh, here's what I'm doing and here's what I found that's helping with XYZ anxiety. They've heard my song and dance, but they haven't heard yours, especially if you're not posting consistently every day. I promise you, people are not seeing you in their algorithm as much as you think you're posting about things. So once a week will absolutely get lost by 90% of your audience. That is not a factual statistic, but I know that I don't see people that I think of in my algorithm at all. I was at a party, a fall, whatever holiday it is, fall party last night. And somebody's like, well, she posted the picture on Instagram. And I was like, how am I not seeing this? And so you just think people are seeing your stuff and they're just not. So that's why it is consistency is key, because if you post today, somebody might see it. You post tomorrow, other people are going to see it. You post Tuesday, more people are going to see it. So you're going to hit different audiences at different times depending on the scroll. I don't scroll every single day on Facebook. I will watch my stories every day, but I will absolutely miss things as days go by. So if you post today, I probably missed it because I haven't been on my phone at all. So if you thought today I made a great post about Plexus, it's going to draw people in, I didn't see it. And I'm looking for something because I'm struggling with sleep or anxiety, I'm going to miss it. So that's why consistency is key. A couple things to move your business forward. Make a goal of how many people you want to message. That may feel icky, but probably you got here because myself or Casey messaged you and said, hey, do you think this could be an option for your health and wellness? And you're like, probably not. But then as we kept talking and you kept seeing my post, you're like, maybe I should just try it and see what happens. So messaging people, posting, and stories, those are your storefront. That tells people, hey, this is what I'm doing, and I'm not going anywhere. And you're going to build trust in your people that are watching you, that you know what you're doing, you love your products, they work for you. You share about other people's stories who deal with stuff that you aren't dealing with because your audience might be silently struggling. And so that's why other people's stories are so good to share. I want to talk about the Rising Jewels page. Kristen and Heather, I don't think you're in there solely for the sake. It can be overwhelming, but it is a huge wealth of so much information, which is why I do not add people right away until I know this is something that they want to do. So you two let me know if you want to be a part of that page. This month, they have daily tasks for us to do each day, Sunday through Friday, of what to do. Like last week on Friday, it was to watch the corporate video on the November incentives. That was it. So that we understood what was happening for November. So if you want to be part of the Rising Jewels page, then let's get you in there. Perks of being silver for yourself. Silver is adding 3 people, or anyone you sign this month. Do not discredit that they need to get their products, have a testimony, or they're not going to want this business. They can get their products and post the second day and be ready to go. We've seen so many people just the past 2 months turn silver, add 3 people before they've even gotten their products because they're sharing other people's stories and what they baseline know about the products, that they're good for gut health, they're going to help with XYZ, and they're plant-based and good for you. Those basics are things that people are looking for. Gut health is so prominent right now. Not when I first started and it was leaky gut and nobody knew what the heck that meant. And so right now people know what gut health is. They're doing it anyway, but they're getting it over the counter and not getting quality products. So perks of being silver, adding 3 people. You get to be on the Monday night calls that happen every single Monday for accountability group and a power hour, which means we all work together and it's guided to tell you, this is what we're going to do now for the next 5 minutes, for the next 10 minutes, for this time, for this time. And it's set time to work with everyone and it builds that community. And then the other perk is there's a messenger thread. If you're not keeping up with Empower, keep up with Empower. But then there's a bigger team, Emily Burgess. She's our umbrella bigger team, has goal diggers. And it is everyone who is working the business is in that thread on our bigger team. It is a great place to ask product regimens. If Casey and I couldn't answer your question, you could go to Gold Diggers and you would get your question answered pretty quickly. And there are PTs in there are nurses in there are moms of many, there are new moms, there's crunchy people, there's not crunchy people. I'm not a crunchy person, but if you have someone who is, there are so many to answer your questions. You will get them answered. Sorry, it's thundering and lightning in my life. My power just flashed. I was like, ah! There it goes. So anyway, those are 2 perks of turning silver. So if you add 3 people this month, you get to be in those groups, the accountability group every Monday, and then the team thread to get all this information. And it's so good because sometimes we just message each other and be like, what do I say to this person? What do I say to this person? And it's good to read the verbiage. It's good to see what people are talking about. So those are just really good things to be a part of, but we need you to get silver to do that. So that's a goal you could have is I need to at least sign 3 people. We're going to sign 4 this month so that you at least get $200. If you're signing 3, we're going to add 1 more. Like we're not shooting for 3, we're going for 4. I'm looking at my notes to make sure I'm covering everything. I think that's everything I have off the top of my head. Casey, did I miss anything that we discussed?
I don't think so. Just some things that I wanted to add to that. I mean, Kanya has given you a really good rundown of everything you need to know for this month. And I can't remember if you said this or not, but just in case, I'll emphasize it even again. The fact of if you haven't added anybody, so like Heather and Kristen, you guys are essentially brand new. That first month that you add someone, then all of those ads after that will double your cruise credits. So when they rolled out this for regular ambassadors that had been here a while and they gave us all double credits our first month of the contest when we signed people up, that's what you're getting. Tons of people that first month earned the cruise. So it's still, even though you may be thinking like, well, the cruise, earning the cruise started in September and I'm starting now in November, I'm not going to have as much time to earn it. You easily still can earn it. So don't get discouraged there and just remember that. Plus, if you have a few friends that you do sign up and you're like, hey, do you want to find some accountability partners to start on Plexus products with you? Then if they help sign some other people up, you're going to be getting credits from that, from whoever they help as well. So, and Kanya and I can tag team in there and help everybody figure out their products and all of that. Because especially like these first 5 or 10 people that you help, we're going to be really holding your hand all the way. Like we want to be in the message with the people and we will guide it. And you can kind of see the questions that we ask and how we figure out what to recommend and all those things. And so just don't get discouraged before you even get started is what I want to say there. Some other things, Kanya and I will gladly host events for our team members where all you have to do is invite. We will create all the info that's going to be shared. We will answer the questions, all of that. But that's something that kind of you need to come to us and say like, hey, I really want to host an event on Facebook, or if you want to do a sip and see or something similar in person, that's something we can totally talk about too if we're local to you. But come to Kanya and I, let us help you with that. We are more than happy to. Also, same goes with posting. If you're not posting because you're like, I just don't know what to post, Kanya and I save all kinds of ideas for posts. When we see a good one, we save it on Facebook. There's a way that you can easily save things in folders, and you can do the same thing on Instagram. I have tons and tons. And then I usually just look at it and I tweak some of the words or different things to sound like me. But there is no need to feeling so unsure of what to post that you become overwhelmed and just don't post anything. Kanya and I could send you screenshots of ones we've saved that you could use. We can make that super easy there as well. Okay, and then the last thing that I want to challenge you to do is tonight, once we get off of here, look at next week's schedule, whether you keep it on Google Calendars, you keep a written schedule, whatever. And look and see where can you carve out some time to work, like 30-minute to 1 hour increments if possible. And then write those things in just like it's an appointment. Talk to your spouse, make sure that, will they cover bedtime so that you can work at 8 o'clock? Get on board with them, figuring out when you can work. Maybe you have to get up earlier. Maybe you use your lunch to work instead of talking with friends, that kind of thing. But the thing is, Connie and I are super busy people. We all have the same 24 hours in the day, but you can find the time to do this if you choose to find the time to do this. So, and then the goal is you won't have to be, hopefully, as overscheduled for a long period of time. Hopefully, you can free up some of your time in the long run by the income that you're making with Plexus. But also, if you can only work maybe 2 different increments of time for the week, then you need to look at, okay, if I can only work twice, maybe I need to book out like 2 or 2.5 hours at a time to work, or whatever it is for you. But knowing that, yeah, that's an option too, to batch the time, but you will need to have more time if you're only working less days, if that makes sense. I think that's all that I had, Kanya.
Okay, the last thing I thought of as you were speaking was three-way messages. We have been doing this for a very, very long time. And so I don't necessarily put my new people in with a message with Emily. But if I were new, that's what I would do, is I would say, "Hey Casey, I'm so glad you're interested. I'm actually going to put you in a message with my friend Emily. Everyone in Plexus is your friend. It's more personal, and it's not like we don't want to use verbiage as like, I'm going to put you in a message with my upline. That sounds very businessy and verbiage that people don't understand. So instead I would say, hey, I'm going to put you in a message with my friend Emily. She's been doing this for a really long time. And so that way I can help you and she can help us best figure out what products would be good for you. As soon as you know someone's interested, that is a great place to get started with us. So you're going to say, hey, Sarah Joe, I am so glad you're interested in Plexus. I really want to connect you with my friend Kanya, and I'm going to put you in a messenger. And so on Messenger, you're going to say in that messenger with Sarah Joe and myself, hey, Sarah Joe, this is Kanya. We've been friends since high school, and I just wanted to connect us. Kanya, this is Sarah Joe. I work with her. She's interested in the products because she's been having migraines and she's tried everything. You're going to give me a little blip of what's going on, and you're going to give her a little blip of who I am to you. And then I'm going to come in and start asking questions like, Sarah Joe, I'm so excited that you're interested. Can you tell me a little bit about your health goals? I know Heather mentioned that you have migraines, but I'd love to know, is there anything else? And I will send a graphic from this list that you struggle with. And a lot of people are struggling with way more gut health issues than we even know are gut health related issues, because it's not just put out there for the world to see like, hey, here's a billboard of all the things that are gut health related. Oh, my anxiety, great. My sleep that I don't get, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, my soreness, you have something for that. All these things people are taking hard pain meds for, a lot of migraine medication, allergy medication. All of these things can be helped with gut health. We all know that, but they do not. So our job is to educate and help learn about the product. So use us as a resource. It's literally our job. Like Casey and I have taken this on as a full-time, this is what we do. And for y'all, it's a part-time situation at the moment, but I know it could be full-time. And we believe in all of you, Holly, Kristen, and Heather. You're on this call because you want to know how to best set up November, and we want to help you. Life gets overwhelming. Like I said, in October, I think I messaged Casey crying a lot because I just felt so overwhelmed, and not crying because of Plexus, but crying because of life. And so she's my venter, and I just have to get it out. But it's because it was just, there's a lot of people in my house and we were sick for so long that I was like, I'm never going to have my head above water. But she would always encourage me to do one thing. What can you do today to grow your business? So I would at least make sure I was posting and showing up on stories so that my people knew I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here. The messaging kind of fell to the wayside because it was more mental capacity than I could do. But I will absolutely keep my storefront open on Facebook to know, hey, this is what you could do with Plexus business-wise and product-wise. And we need to be sharing both of those on our stories because so many people right now are having a hard time making ends meet. And we have literally a business that they could make $1,000 by helping 10 people. It is literally as simple as that. So write down questions, write down people you know that could use the products. And I want you to pray over this tonight. And I would love to hear from my team And Holly, I want you to get with Casey and share with us kind of how your heart is feeling about this. Are you overwhelmed? Are you ready? Do you have a list? Do you need help? Do you want to meet up in person? Do you want us to host an event for you? Do you want us to write messages for you? This is what we do, and we are ready to help you when you're ready to jump on that boat in February with us. So I think that's all I have. We're going to record this and share this, but we're also going to send you guys a coffee card for being on here tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna just piggyback on one other thing about the three-way messages, because this is one thing that to me I have found to be like kind of a stumbling place that sometimes people are in. They will say, okay, well, I will go and ask so and so if they're okay with me putting you in a three-way message. No, do not ask. Do not ask. Just how like Kanya told you, she just puts them in the three-way message. Kanya and I will not assault them with plexus. You do not have to protect your friend from us, okay? But you just say, like, hey, I'm putting you, or this is my friend Kanya. Oh gosh, hang on, it's telling me something. This is my friend Kanya. She has been using the Plex or using the I cannot talk using the products way longer than me, but she will have some great suggestions. So I would like to get her ideas. I don't know. Kanya said it better than me, but you know what I mean. You're gonna jabber out there why we're meeting each other and jabber out there briefly why the person is interested in products. Or if you need to, you can send that to us in another message, why, like the specifics of why they're interested in the products, because we're not going to go share anybody's business or anything like that. This is nearly, I nearly treat it like a doctor situation. Like I have HIPAA compliancy, so anything that anybody tells me is basically how I react, because it's important, it's private, I'm not going to share their business. But do not ask about three-way messages. Just put us in there with the people so that we can help. That's just one area that I have seen be a hiccup in the past. But when people just do it, like it, what Emily has taught us to do too, it goes amazing, and it makes all the difference. So sorry, that was the only other thing I was going to throw in there, Kanye.
Nope, that was good. Do you want to stop recording? And if anybody has any questions, they can hop out and they don't feel like they're on recording. There we go. Oh, no, still says recording. Just kidding. We may not know how to stop it.